Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. Despite how famous Peter Obi had been in a very short while, unfortunately, those who he may call his kith and kin seems not to really align with him. Now, first of all, it started with Dave Umahi, who said his vote in Ebonyi State is strictly for APC and not for Labour Party. In other words, it has nothing to do with Peter Obi. He will give his vote to, APC. After then, we heard the case of Mbaka, who said vehemently that Peter Obi will not become the president of Nigeria and stated the reason for saying all of that. And also, in another development, we also had Ned Nwoko, who also opened up that there is no way Peter Obi can become the president of Nigeria. And this is coming from the southern part of the country. Then yesterday, we saw another guy who came up talking about Aliyu Babangida, the former governor of Niger State. He said the same thing. Now, this one is a key Igbo personality who had been in lawmaking, chambers for a long time in Nigeria, talking about Ekweremadu, and he's queuing up behind these same people. But you'll get to hear his reasons why he feels or why he believes that voting Peter Obi will just be a waste of time. And we're going to be looking at that in a jiffy. But before we continue, if you're not subscribed, please do well. Hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, according to the news, the former Deputy Senate President Ekweremadu has said people in the Southeast will not vote for Peter Obi, presidential candidate of the Labour Party, despite calls for Igbo presidency. Obi had dumped the People Democratic Party 3 days before its presidential primaries for the Labour Party, claiming that there was a variance with his personality and principle. Reacting in a video trending on social media, Ekweremadu said though Obi is from the southeastern part of the country, the people from the geopolitical zone will not vote for him. He noted that voting Peter Obi in the upcoming presidential election is more like throwing away votes considering the political party the latter is now affiliated with. Ekweremadu said the Southeast will rather vote for Atiku and support the PDP because its vice presidential candidate Ifeanyi Okowa is from the region. Okowa is the governor of Delta State, which is in the South-South geopolitical zone. However, defending his Igbo lineage recently, Okowa described himself as an Igbo man from Delta. He said Igbo people from Delta State in the South-South have an affinity with other Igbos in the Southeast. But Ekweremadu noted that people in the region need not cast vote based on sentiment, adding that Obi may be qualified, but the future of the people lies with the PDP. He said, I assure you that Southeast will not vote for the People Democratic Party PDP. I can guarantee that. No doubt Peter Obi is our son, but you need to be dynamic. You need to ask yourself, can Peter Obi win the presidential election? Can the East afford to throw away their votes? Can we afford to be sentimental in matters that concern our people, our children, and our future? No, we do not intend to do a thing which we will regret in future. So while we believe that Peter is ably qualified, we believe that the future of our people lies with the PDP. So we need to make that decision as the leaders. I am going to sit with our people and explain to them. Okowa, of course, is one of us. So there is no difference between Okowa and Peter in terms of protecting the interests of the South. So we will go and give the people of the Southeast that opportunity. Quite interesting. You've heard what Ekweremadu have said. Now, the situation here is very cumbersome. The people where he's hailed from, just like Jesus, where he's hailed from, his people do not really respect him. They believe that he doesn't have the capacity to lead. They believe that he is disadvantaged because of the party which he has affiliation with. But however, this scenario has never happened in Nigeria. We've never seen one of it in Nigeria. Scenario whereby people personally give out their time to to propagate the gospel of Peter Obi. I mean, the message of Peter Obi, that he is the only candidate that is capable. Now, unfortunately, for the past period that have passed, we've been always between two people whom sometimes people go for them not because they have the capacity to change anything, but how we go do now? If the good men are quiet and hiding in their houses, let's choose between these two. Which one is less corrupt? Let's just choose. But we are so sure. And that's why the issue of vote buying becomes very, very paramount. There's no way you can stop vote buying because the people are just trying to get a little thing from these people because they know even if we vote them without collecting money from them, they will not still look our way. But now Nigerians have seen a man who fits into their description of the kind of future that they want. And then the youths were the first people to realize this. If you notice very well, there is nothing like ethnic sentiment when it comes to Peter Obi. From nooks and crannies, people are calling to be a part of this whole thing. And I feel that the youth should make sure, so that it can correct some abnormality or some abnormal ideology in the minds of people about this issue of we are the ruling party, we are the most opposition party, and this one is not qualified and all of the youth needs to come to a point whereby we stay together and say this is what we want. And I feel at this point also that the reason why Peter Obi may not really get a hold of Southeast, it may be because he has not started his consultation. There's need for all that to be on ground. No matter how the people are spreading, how good you are and all of that, you need to deliberately start consulting and begin to explain very well the reason why you want to go in and ask them what the other government have done thus far for them. Because this issue of just sitting down, you're jumping from kiki people, you need to step down to the grassroots, meet people one-on-one, have a consultation team, a team that will be following you around as you visit. First of all, start with Ohanis and Igbos to give them their respect, Then you look at the traders, Igbos, who are traders, major traders in, area market and the likes, meet with them. Then you go to the monarchs, you meet with the monarchs, meet with different people so that you can consolidate your stand. Most of them feel that, this guy just want to look down on us. He feels that we are not needed at a time like this and all of that. Because when you meet these key people and then you go down to having a kind of a talk with the generality of people, it will go an extra mile to save the day and you get what you want from the Southeast. I strongly believe that Nigerians have seen someone. I'm not, guess what? I am not, and I will say it again. I'm not campaigning for Peter Obi, but I'm describing what I'm seeing. Nigerians have seen a man who fits into the kind of future that they want, a man who will restore the financial system of Nigeria once again. There's someone who will reawaken the value of our money called Naira, someone who will change the narrative of unemployment and all of that. That's what people are looking for. And I feel that's what they have seen in Peter Obi. I'm not campaigning for him, but I feel that this is it, and that's why people are pushing. Let's wait to see if the words from all these men, the likes of Mbaka, Inalike Ekweremadu, have joined Ned Nwoko and mentioned them Abdullahi, Aliyu, Babangida, and Dave Umahi and the rest. If they are